yung mga karapatan mo ay medyo na-violate na, lahat tayo may karapatan. Anyway, in this case, this is being filed by J.B. Sebastian, represented by the wife, Roxanne Sebastian. Maliban doon sa violation sa Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act, Sebastian also files a complaint for violation of the Anti-Torture Law of 2009. Kasi po, noong nilipat si J.B. Sebastian upon order of Secretary de Lima, Director Cruz, and Superintendent Schwarzkopf, nung nilipat siya sa Building 14, he was placed in an isolation confinement, solitary cell, kung saan siya lang mag-isa doon, lock up 24/7, walang makausap. So that is mental torture. Under the anti-torture law, what is being prohibited is to subject a person to torture. And torture includes not only physical torture, but mental torture. Placing Sebastian in a solitary confinement, locking him up 24/7, not allowing anybody to visit him, that is tantamount to mental torture. Matagal po. We have proof na sa mga panahon na yon, he was locked up 24/7 dahil meron kaming mga sulat dated October 27 addressed to then Secretary of Justice Kagiwa na sinabi namin, pag lalaki Sebastian, lock up siya, nasa solitary confinement, that is tantamount to torture. We invoke the law against torture. Umabot ng mga hanggang January, J.B. Sebastian was transferred October 6 of 2014. Mga January, ganun pa rin po. Kaya as early January or February of 2016, we also filed a request at we called the attention of the concerned agencies na merong torture na nangyayari dito dahil nga mental torture to dahil isolation. He was isolated from the rest of the prisoners, locked up siya 24/7 behind cell bars.
Sir, di ba dahil may attempt sa buhay niya, I mean, di ba parang security niya, kaya siya nilagay sa solitary confinement?
Yun nga po ang concern, dapat hindi na lang dinala doon. Yun yung evident bad faith na sinasabi namin or gross inexcusable negligence ng mga respondents dahil alam na nilang may threats to life, yet dinala pa rin nila doon. It is as if feeding Sebastian to the lions. Andun yung building, I believe it 19 eh. Pinaghalo-halo sila lahat. That is not prudent thing to do under the circumstances dahil malinaw naman at alam naman nila o public knowledge yon na si J.B. Sebastian ang pinagbintangan na nagbigay ng informasyon kaya nalaman yung proliferation ng droga sa New Bilibid prisons. In fact, 1 month after the raid and transfer of the Bilibid 19 to NBI, hinagisan ng Granada ang maximum security compound at it is public knowledge na si Sebastian ang target. And yet, doon pa rin nila dinala sa Building 40 kung saan andun yung mga suspect na nagpapatay kay J.B. Sebastian. So malinaw na gross inexcusable negligence ito. We cannot confirm that. Pero yun nga ang sinabi ko, merong public announcement si Senator De Lima na asset si Sebastian. So lalo nilang in-expose for the second time itong taong na ito to danger and to threats to his life. Dahil sabi ko nga, under whatever circumstances, hindi dapat i-disclose na ang isang tao ay asset ng gobyerno dahil mamimilgo ang buhay niya. So enough, after announcement, after the public statement na si J.B. Sebastian is the government asset, nangyari nga, pinatay si J.B. Sebastian. Fortunately, ngayon, there was a frustrated murder, a premeditated plan to kill him. So bakit nangyari yun? Una is yung pagdala nila sa Building 14 at pangalawa, yung public announcement na isang government asset. Necessarily, magagalit yung mga drug lords sa kanya at kung sino man ang involved dito sa proliferation ng droga sa New Bilibid prisons.
Sir, you know for a fact na kaya siya nalagay sa solitary confinement dahil that was the only way for the DOJ or NBP to release him. Dahil nasabihan ako, nasabihan lang natin
wala naman pong silang rason kung bakit nilipat si JB Sebastian. In fact, on record, meron kaming request na bibigyan kami ng kopya ng order ng sinasabi nilang interagency order or decision para ilipat si Sebastian. But we have documents to show that it was former Secretary de Lima who ordered the transfer of JB Sebastian. And that is on record. Meron kaming dokumento na sinabi ni Director Cruz na they cannot transfer Sebastian back to maximum security compound from Building 14 dahil Sebastian was transferred upon the orders of the former Secretary of Justice de Lima.
Were you informed or parang masabihan man lang ba kayo na hindi, kaya nga namin siya nilalagay sa solitary confinement dahil kayo na mismo nagsabi na he's in danger. So, Building 14 pa rin siya, pero ito solitary confinement namin siya para rin hindi siya mapahama. May ganun bang nangyari na...
There was no official communication to that effect, but we understand. Kaya nga ang concern dapat na huwag na lang doon sa Building 14 eh. Kasi nilipat mo nga sa isang safe place, tinutorture mo naman. So that's the effect there. While it may be true that the purpose of transferring Sebastian to Building 14 is to secure him dahil they believe Building 14 is the safe place, pero nilalock up mo naman siya doon, nilagay mo siya sa isang safe na place, pero in point of effect, tinutorture mo siya dahil lock up siya 24/7.
So, attorney, ano po sa tingin nyo, bakit parang pintal kung hindi siya ilipat din sa Building 14 upon receiving threats?
Dapat nilipat nila sa ibang facility. Marami pa namang facilities ang NBP. Hindi lang naman Building 14, hindi lang naman maximum security compound. Meron tayong medium security compound dyan. But the fact is, ito yung pinaka-salient point. Dinala nila yung Bilibid 19 sa Building 14. Galit na galit si Sebastian dahil na-raid sila, nalaman yung illegal trade activities nila dahil ang alam nila, ang nagsuplong, ang nag-report, nagbigay ng information si Sebastian, and yet doon nila dinala. So that is gross negligence. Now, ang nangyari pa, they were, from the start, in transferring Sebastian to Building 14, they were already grossly negligent. And yet, ito na namang public announcement nila na dinisclose nila, dinidivulge sa publiko na government asset si Sebastian. So, Sebastian is placed twice dito sa danger na to. Not only once, hindi lang isang beses, kundi pangalawang beses. Kaya nangyari yung attempt to kill Sebastian dyan sa Building 14 dahil na-confirm, na-reinforce yung pagdududa ng mga drug lords na informant nga si JB Sebastian.
Sir, can you confirm, really na po si JB na makipag-contact sa Department of Justice?
I have no comments yet. I still have to discuss this with JB Sebastian. We are preoccupied with this preparation of this complaint. I'll talk with Sebastian. I want confirmation from Mr. Sebastian. I'm not sure, but I was informed this morning by the officers of the Bureau of Corrections that the attending physician may not allow Sebastian because of his present medical condition. Hindi pa siya, kumbaga, yung medical condition niya prevents him from going to the Congress and testify. Still in the process of recovery and under observation. Kaya nga, I was told, hindi po pwedeng dalhin siya bukas or sa 7 sa Kongreso dahil nakakabit pa rin yung dalawang tubo doon sa chest niya.
Pero yung pagsampa ng reklamo, balak yung pagsampa ng reklamo, sign ba yan kasi Sebastian ni going to work, willing to work with the government?
Well, hindi ko pwedeng kung naririnig nyo yung mga previous announcement namin, right from the very start kung kailan nag-umpisa itong inquiry ng proliferation of illegal drugs, alam ng lahat, pinaalam din namin sa present administration that JB Sebastian is willing to cooperate para lang to shed light on this ongoing investigation on the proliferation of illegal drugs.
Yung cooperation with the president
Well, I will not give any details basta Sebastian is willing to cooperate.
Stands pa rin yung sinasabi niya na sa presidente niya na kahit na kay DPJ.
Actually, yun yung unang stand namin na kay Presidente lang. Pero base dito sa mga recent development, posibleng Sebastian would change his heart or mind and he will testify before the inquiry being undertaken or conducted by Congress. But I don't want to make a confirmation of that. There's a possibility.
What were your actions or plans?
After the filing of this case, we have to focus on the possibility that Sebastian will be testifying before the Congress on its inquiry on the proliferation of illegal drugs. Second thing that will be at the foremost of our concern is kailangan hindi maibalik si Sebastian sa Building 14. Yun nga po. Hindi ko pwedeng sabihin kung kaninong version yan. If ever JB Sebastian will speak and participate in the ongoing negotiation, it would be based on his personal knowledge. I cannot say that it will be based on the theory being adopted by the administration or the previous administration. Sebastian will speak everything he knows on his personal knowledge. Opo, that's correct. It has relation to the proliferation of legal drugs. I cannot give any details because even Sebastian told me things about proliferation of drugs in NBP, but those statements are couched in general terms. There are no details. It's only Sebastian that could disclose or could give you the details of what he knows about proliferation of drugs in the Philippines and even outside of it. We cannot roll out the possibility because muntik na siyang mamatay at malinaw premeditated plan at alam namin na itong grupo na to, kung sino man ang may kagagawan nito, will really move heaven and earth to carry on, to implement, para ma-implementa at finally eliminate JB Sebastian. Because ito yung pinaka plano nila na i-eliminate itong taong to. Gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, hindi ako pwedeng magbigay ng details. Si Mr. Sebastian na lang masabi if ever he would speak in line with this inquiry.
Are we looking into asking for immunity once mag-start yung hearing na present decisions siya?
If Sebastian would cooperate or if he will not cooperate, he would be to be there. Siguro alam na natin na hindi naman pwedeng ipahamak ng sarili niya kung wala namang immunity, kung wala namang protection, lalo na placing him under the Witness Protection Program. There's a likelihood na siguro Sebastian would rather play safe. Of course, for security reasons. Pero anyway, let's get the bridge when we get there. Tingnan na lang natin kung anong sasabihin niya kung dadalhin siya sa Kongreso.
Sorry, paano po yung ano? Papel.
Open mic.